Non-American people, what's a thing that you don't understand about America? Why tax is not included in the price tag? I'm English, was born with cerebral palsy, I can walk but with a very noticeable limp. I came to America to visit friends who moved here, everyone was so friendly, hardly anyone commented on me disability. If they did it was just polite questions, not making fun of me. I loved it here, so much so I've been here for 23 years. For all of America's faults in recent years, the people here are just way more accepting of people in general. How much cereal selection you have? I went to USA as an exchange student. Loved how the teenagers were so open-minded and the people were really nice. How you have to share a room with some complete rando when you go to college. Housing codes, and why all your front gardens are just grass, and identical. Why did Ross, the largest friend, not simply just eat the other 5? The culture of just talking to people, strangers you don't know, and just up and start a conversation with them or join a conversation. I'm British, and we go through great lengths to not talk to people, let alone opening up and pouring our hearts out to a random person. Working 50+ hour weeks. 10 vacation days a year. There's life outside of work. Does every worker have to file their own taxes, or am I just confused? Why do public restrooms include a small opening between the doors that allows passers-by to see you when you're taking a piss? Why so many parents just kick their kids out at 18, and if they get in financial trouble in early 20s say you're on your own? Why is that one Kansas, but the other one is not Arkansas? America, explain. What do you mean it's Arkansas? Why such good people as American citizens are governed by such assholes as American politicians? I spent a semester in the Midwest when I was in high school, and it honestly changed my life. Back at home I was weird, I was too much, I always felt the need to be defensive because the culture at my home country was very critical of anything that was creative or questioned the status quo. But as soon as I got to my new high school in the US, I started making friends left and right, I felt relaxed, I could be myself, and my out-of-the-box qualities were the ones my teammates loved and appreciated about me. I joined a sport, it was the first time I ever felt content with myself and happy with my life, since back at home I was bullied and emotionally, sometimes physically, abused by my own family and classmates, and I was like, oh, happiness is possible for me. I had to go back home for another year and a half, and armed with the new self-confidence I didn't suffer as much anymore, but I still ended up coming back to the US to finish high school, and I've been here ever since. I always say that my Midwestern city feels more like home to me than my old country ever did. People are very kind and non-judgmental. You can go to the grocery store in pajamas and nobody bats an eye. You can wear any outfit you feel like wearing, and you can have whichever interest. People are supportive. The only way Americans will hate you is if you're rude and inconsiderate to others, or don't hold doors open for the people behind you. There's not as much, if any, visual sexual harassment, and I don't constantly fear for my safety as much as I used to in my home country. I don't know how other cultures are, but I sure do love American people. My mom is from Moscow during the Soviet era, and she is confused why there is no teacher-student hierarchy. She thinks it's weird when teachers participate in school plays or speak to students informally. She also does not get pajama day. To her, it's just the weirdest thing in the world. In Russia, there is an important distinction between clothes for home and clothes for outside. They have a concept of home clothes, like your cozy or ugly clothes, that you are supposed to change into after school or work. At bedtime, you change out of your home clothes into pajamas. As a result, pajamas, for both adults and children, are considered extra private in Russia. My mom perceives pajama day as something extreme like wearing only undergarments to school. That's how private pajamas are considered to be in Russia. The tipping culture is so foreign to me, I would be so scared to make a mistake or not tipping enough if I ever go to America, because it's not something which is common here in Denmark. Why they make you calculate your own taxes, if they know what you owe at? I do not understand why Americans are portrayed to be very racist and discriminating in most news or media around the world. I got to work for a couple of months in DC, and prior to arriving, I was expecting to be racially discriminated against. I'm Asian, because of the things I see on the news. I was blown away by just how friendly and accepting the people are in general. Folks would just be striking random conversations with me while I'm crossing the street and wishing me a good day. Even if I spoke with an accent, people didn't mind and just talked to me as if they were speaking to another American. In all honesty, I felt more accepted by Americans as compared to fellow Asians when I visited Japan, Hong Kong, Korea, or Thailand. And off topic, but the original Chick-fil-A sauce is seriously delicious. I took a couple of bottles home because they were so good.